So far, witnesses have told me that a woman was shot, but police have been keeping a tight-lipped on the matter. Once again, I want to make clear that police have not confirmed that. They have not said anything. It was sad. One young boy came up to me and said, "This was my first fair. I've never been here to the Salem Fair before, and I can't believe this happened." For a young boy to articulate those words, it's pretty sad. More community members today tried to come up and speak to me about their memories and times that they had here at the restaurant. Well, Amanda, right here behind me is actually where everything was happening. The body was laying right here near where that white car is. Actually just spoke with the communications spokesperson for the Pulaski Police Department, and she told me that right now they do have that road blocked off after shots were fired in that area. According to a statement, Rocky Mount Police got to the scene on North Main Street a little after 3 this afternoon. There, police found 2 people shot. One was transported to Roanoke Memorial Hospital, while the other was pronounced dead on the scene. This all started at a convenience store in Ellison after the man pulled a gun out on employees. Austin's mother says the YMCA is still trying to figure out what happened. So far, she was told that her son either jumped into the deep end or slipped and fell into the water. Either way, she's in disbelief that he is gone. In that, Timothy Spencer did say that since Robert Jeffrey waived his right to appeal as part of his plea agreement, all rights of appeal under Virginia law have expired. Right now, these doors are locked, but at any moment you can call Pastor Charlie at the number right here, and help is here at Taking It to the Streets. Once again, to just take a look of what's happening around me right now. It is coming down hard. Snow has accumulated on these cars right here. Made my way down a little bit on Price's Fork Road. There are some more people starting to come out, and they are on these roads, but like Hazel says, it is cold, it is windy, it is raining, so these roads are wet and they are slippery. Tomorrow, stores like this one right behind me will probably be packed with Black Friday shoppers hoping to snag the hottest deals of the year, but others are planning to take their shopping online. And if you want to adventure, make sure you just come to Ace in West Virginia. Kelsey Jean-Baptiste, WFXR News. So I know you guys are wondering why we're holding these basketballs. We're about to actually try and get a shot. You ready to do this, Mary Beth? Yes. Let's do it. All right. Cross our fingers, viewers. Let's see. Ready? 1. Get that 1, 2, 3. Wow. We kind of got it. We weren't too great. We begin tonight with our top story out of Lynchburg, where police say they responded to a single shot fired late last night. According to a tweet from officials, a small group got into a dispute and one person showed a pistol and fired it. Police say that person is described as a black male wearing a black hoodie, black pants, and white sneakers. A nationwide shortage of the antibiotic amoxicillin is making it difficult for some parents to get medication for their sick kids. And what are some of the key issues for you, or even that you see for the people in the 6th district? Well, inflation is definitely number one. As I said, they're watching their grocery bills go up.
As we get into the middle of the week, find some air conditioning.
Ugh.
You'll need it. Ugh. That's the word of the week.
That's the word of the week. Ugh.
Yep.
But I am excited about tomorrow, Father's Day. Nice weather outside.
It's going to be beautiful. Absolutely spectacular.
Oh, it's going to be really great. I wish I could take my dad out. He's in Brooklyn, but I'm going to maybe send him somewhere anyways.
There you go. All right. Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Thank you.
And then on into next week, some more rain, middle part of the week.
That's not too bad.
No, huh? All these temperatures are really nice.
Temperatures are really nice. I went outside this morning and I felt warm.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Well, I saw the drumstick dash. All those people in shirt sleeves, they were just enjoying it.
I know. Last year they had gloves on, hats, scarves. It's a completely different
Perfect
scenario.
day for it, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Tad.
On the initial move-in date, I started looking around and opening up all those, like the cabinets, and seeing mostly roach feces.
This is James Shelton. Back in August, he moved into Massey's mobile home park with his 3 children and says he was shocked by what he saw.
Roach carcasses, live roaches in some places, and it took me almost a month to get everything cleaned.
Shelton says he also found black mold in several cabinets, and after several attempts to contact management, he was fed up. But he's not alone, so we looked into the park's ownership. According to property records, Homes of America bought the mobile home park for $16,850,000. Now that company shares an address with hedge fund corporation Alden Global Capital and the vice president of Smith Management LLC, Thomas Del Bosco, who also owns several mobile park homes across the United States. Now, residents say since the transfer of property, they're being asked to spend more money out of their pockets.
Paid September and then went up and paid October, and I got a pay or quit notice on money that I'd already paid.
Roy McLaughlin is another tenant of the mobile home park. According to him and multiple other tenants, about 2 weeks ago they started receiving pay or quit notices, telling them they had 30 days to come up with hundreds of dollars or get evicted. Some tell WFXR News that they paid the property manager, Rachel Muse, the initial bill only to get another notice weeks later.
It was for $743.49. That was actually less than the $750 money order that I gave her. So.
And then what about the second one?
The second one was some really oddball amount, $713.49.
Legal aid attorney Christy Murray, who represents some of the residents, says these notices had several defects, which, according to her, made them questionable. She adds even the form that was handed out to the residents were outdated under Virginia state law, but it goes further than that with the second notices residents received.
What invalidated those notices was basically the amount that was written in as being owed by the tenant. Because what happened was when this ownership changed hands in August, the new owner failed to update HUD with their new payment address.
According to Murray, for 2 months, HUD continued sending payments to the prior owner of the mobile home park, Billy Massey.
So what they were doing, they were billing these tenants with the portion that was owed by them if they were late, but also the missing HUD money that the tenant themselves never owed.
Just last week, tenants say they had their water shut off because the property manager failed to pay more than $14,000 to the Montgomery County Public Service Authority. According to Murray, it was turned back on the same day. An organizer with New River Tenants Union and School Aid at Bellevue Elementary, Sarah Roop, says enough is enough.
As for a long-term goal, I would like to see the rent not go up in the park, because that'll just push out all the people on fixed incomes, all the single mothers, all the working class families.
But for residents who still live there, all they want to see is something being done about the living conditions and the money they feel they were cheated out of.
Well, like, that's the fact that, like, common decency has went out the door. Like, basic human, like, necessities are just thrown to the side, and money-hungry greed has took over most of the time.
It makes you feel a lot of stress, worry, headaches. I mean, it's just, it's all the time on your mind.
In Christiansburg, Kelsey Jean-Baptiste, WFXR News.
Now the prosecutor has to decide whether to schedule the case for a second trial, and that's not a conversation that's going to happen with me.
That's Rob Dean, Philip Westmoreland's defense attorney. He met with the Commonwealth's attorney and Judge Christopher Russell on Tuesday. He explains that what comes next for his client is up to Jared Moon. His request for the case to be dropped was denied, the judge declaring a mistrial.
There is a temptation to blame someone for what happened, but sometimes it's just a perfect storm, and that's what happened on that day.
And here, where the South River Market used to stand, many still remember it as the day these 4 people lost their lives, including the owner, Roger Roberts.
It's horrible that a community, especially a community I used to live in Rockbridge County, would experience a tragedy like this.
Dean says Westmoreland continues to mourn the lives lost in the explosion, but he is also ready to have his life back. As for the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, there's a meeting set for October 31st. That's when Moon will sit down with the judge to decide whether or not to go through with a second trial. During this morning's hearing, the judge noted how lengthy and expensive this trial was, especially for taxpayers and for the Commonwealth. Jared Moon declined to comment. In Rockbridge County, Kelsey Jean-Baptiste, WFXR News.